Alright. Alrighty, you guys, so you can't really see what this guy is, but it's one of those little Lego-y type puzzles. And I decided I'm gonna work on it. I'm almost done with my cheetah. I actually want to get my cheetah done and try to get another painting done this month, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to do so. I also had a dog decide to be a pain in the butt and lose one of my colors on my cheetah, so I'm doing the whole canvas minus that color, and then I'm gonna go back and try to find that color, because I looked around and I didn't see it. I don't know if it got like folded up in a blanket and drug across the room, because he likes to drag a blanket with him, or what, but I cannot find the one color. I woke up and he had knocked them all over. I'm lucky that only one color got lost. I probably have extras, so, you know, we will see. So this is just one of these little Lego ones. These are not the ones that slide together. These are the ones that sit right next to each other like normal Legos. And I don't know. I haven't been doing as many with the videos. Like, I still haven't done the something gifted video. I have not really been up to recording, honestly. I'm kind of not right now, but that's why I'm doing this, because even though I'm not up to it, this isn't it, even though it is it. Any of you guys get that? It makes no sense, but it makes sense. So 2, 4, 6, yep. So yeah, that's what I decided to do, is just go ahead and chat with you guys and do this, because I don't feel like doing it. Okay, I cannot find, there it is. So I am not great at putting these together, like, because all the pieces have to like sit next to each other, and you have to also stack the layer on top. I am not great at these type of ones. I like the ones better where you have to slide them together, because they're harder to slide together, but that makes them a little bit more stable. So I'm doing all of this shape, but I'm probably gonna completely ruin the shape with the next layer. You guys, if you watch Diamond Crafts and Crochet, I know she likes to do some of these Lego type things, and it's kind of her fault I decided to buy one. So after I bought one, I decided to get a group of them. So I have a bird set I'm working on, which I have the majority of the set, and I've finished 4 of them. I have a few dragons that I've finished, and is that a few foxes I finished. Yeah, I shared some of them on my Discord. I don't think I've shared all of them though, but I find these sometimes just, I guess, a little easier to deal with than the diamond paintings, depending on what I'm doing. I don't have to remember what letter I'm on, like with the diamond painting, so if I'm getting more distracted. And yes, don't mind the dogs. So yeah, I don't have to remember a letter, so if I'm getting more distracted, then I want diamond painting. This is something that's a little bit less worrisome to just put down a piece and it's still sitting in the pile or whatever, and I could just look back at this. I don't gotta like check my bag to see what letter I'm on and then like 2 seconds later ask, what letter am I on again? Like, I literally have done that. Have any of you guys done that? You literally look at your bag like 3-4 times before you even put one thing down, because it's like, wait, what was it again? Oh, right, wait, what was it again? Is that just a me thing? Oh, also though, I did get this weird boat that's kind of like a paint tray. Kind of interesting. I tried it a little bit. I'm not sure how I like it, but I had to try it. Again, I don't try to show you guys a lot of my trays that I get, but like I said, I do like to get a lot of trays. I've pretty much tried most of the trays that I've seen. I have one of those apple shaped ones that they had on Temu. I have a few of them that they had with the lids, the one with the deeper sides. And I do have a favorite, and I had a video where I actually showed you some of the trays and pins and stuff that I bought that I don't tend to show, and it's somewhere on my computer. I just don't know where it is amongst all the other ones, so go me, right? But if I find it, I might upload it. I don't know. Okay, so that one goes there for his little toesies. I'm still kind of in the screen up there, yeah? Kinda. What if I move you there? Move you over a little bit more. There. Dog hair brushes. Yes, I have it sitting right next to my desk so that I can brush them whenever I want to. I like brushing them, so I'll randomly just be like, oh, you're sitting on the couch next to me, let me brush you. Of course, we'll tend to move to the floor then afterwards and stuff, but yeah, I have on multiple occasions had to brush or vacuum the couch because I just decided to brush the dogs. And then sometimes I'll do that while my diamond painting's open, and then it's like, oh, yeah, that was a great idea, wasn't it? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So, yeah, like I said, you have paintings, expect hair in your painting, especially if you're me and you leave your diamond painting open while you decide to brush the dog that's sitting next to you, because it's sitting next to you, and why not brush it? My dogs used to actually dislike being brushed. They're starting to like it a little bit better. That's why I have these ones. They seem to like those a little bit better than the brush that I actually should use for their hair types. They don't really pull. They're about the same as petting them, you know? So a little bit more collection than petting them, but not much. So it's been getting them more used to being brushed. My old dog was fine with being brushed, and I'd take him outside all the time and just sit there and brush him in the sun because it was nice. And then we go for a little walk to let some of the hair fly away, and then repeat this process over again. But he liked it. These dogs I have now, even though I tried brushing them, they didn't like it. I actually was brushing while playing fetch to get my one girl to like let me brush her, because if she came back with the ball and I brushed her a few times and then let her run after the ball again, she'd let me brush her. So I was doing that to be like, you know, a reward for letting me brush her. I've used the peanut butter pads to let them lick while I'm brushing them, and that seems to work a little bit. So I've tried a few things, and again, like I said, these brushes being almost just like your hand brushing through them, they seem to be a little bit okay with those, so that's also helping. So just brush them as often as I can, as randomly as I can. Also, so I had a discussion with my mom about this, and she does see where I'm coming from, but at the same time, her opinion is kind of different than mine. So I am curious where you guys come from. First, just your own opinion, and then second, after I make my argument, what you guys have as an opinion for that. And what I'm trying to talk about is, what is your thoughts on teaching a dog to wear a muzzle? I very much try to get all my dogs to be okay with the muzzle. Some of them are fine with the muzzle and will leave it on and not even care. Some of them kind of throw a little bit more of a tantrum, but they will still leave it on. I personally am of the belief, I think this one goes one forward. I am personally, I'm working on this step here. I am personally of the belief that every dog should be comfortable wearing a muzzle, and you should do it as a regular trick. The reason I believe that is because if the dogs ever turn out to be dog aggressive or human aggressive, you don't really know when you first get them. You don't know till they get a little bit older and get into their personality what they may have an issue with. And if they ever get hurt or anything else, or they don't like the vets picking at them, it is way easier. I gotta remember I'm on this step, not this one. It is way easier to just have them used to putting a muzzle on, and the muzzle means nothing, so you can make sure other people are safe around them. You don't want your dog to accidentally bite somebody because they ran up to them, grabbed them, or anything else like that, right? So teaching them to wear a muzzle, in my opinion, is a very beneficial thing. And I think every dog should be okay with wearing a muzzle. Now, how often you keep it on them is, like another story. It depends on the dog, depends on where you live. Because part of why I started looking into muzzle training actually was not till, well, at this point it's years ago, but it wasn't till I was a bit older and I started looking into muzzle training, not because I had an aggressive dog or a fearful dog or anything. It was a very, very well-balanced dog, but there was all that shit going around about pit bulls and people banning pit bulls and places where pit bulls needed to wear a muzzle regardless. And of course, I also had heard stories of dogs that had a bite history, but people were allowed to keep them as long as whenever they were out of the house they could wear a muzzle. And I don't know, just hearing about that's like, well, if laws like that end up being passed here or something, it wouldn't be bad for the dog to know how to wear a muzzle, because they would hate it to be torture but have to do it because they passed stupid laws like that, So I actually started getting my one girl used to wearing a muzzle. Just like when she was laying on the couch next to me, I'd grab some treats and put the muzzle on her and let her eat some treats with the muzzle on, and then I'd take it back off. It was literally just get her used to wearing a muzzle for no reason other than to do so. So that's actually where I started, and then I was looking it up and finding people that had the good argument about muzzles being a good idea in case it's ever necessary, having the dog not be stressed out wearing one and just think, oh yay, it's another activity, just like spinning in circles or jumping through a hula hoop or staying when you ask them to, or doing a turn, a flip, any other, just like tricks. So it's like, you know what, that is a valid point. Why not just teach it as a trick? So that's what I've tried to do with my dogs since, is just like, let's do so. And my sister has a dog that definitely needs to wear a muzzle when it goes to the vet. It is fear aggression. It's on medicine for it and everything else. Like, it is bad. So she can only see special vets, and she has to wear a muzzle whenever she's at the vet. And she's not fully fond of the muzzle. So again, she's okay with it, but she's not fully fond of it. So I told my sister, it's like, you should try to put the muzzle on her, not just when you're going to the vets, but put it on for a car ride, because she loves car rides. So put it on for her car ride just so she can, associate the muzzle with good things, not just the vets. And I've bought a bunch of different types of muzzles, so has she, to test out what the dog likes and what's easiest to feed them treats through and safest for when they're getting, or at least hers is getting groomed or anything else that it doesn't like. So we've been through a bit with muzzles. My mom personally, apparently, doesn't really like muzzles. And like I said, again, I can kind of get that, but where I come from is they should all just know how to wear one as a harness or a collar. It should just be another everyday piece of equipment that you could put on your dog, in my opinion. So what are your guys' thoughts on muzzles on dogs? Okay, I'm on this step. I cannot find this other piece of this wing for now, so I guess I'll skip it and just continue on with some of the other pieces. So sometimes I do sort these out by shape. Like, I'll grab all the shapes I need for this level and then I will put it together. Other times I'll just put it together as I go. Very, very dependent on just whatever I feel like at that point, I guess. Sorry about the girl barking. Yeah, I'm curious where other people stand, and if other people kind of stand with the, dogs shouldn't need to be muzzled, but then also can see where, oh yeah, it does make sense to actually teach them that in case you ever need it. It's a good... I am like... I can't find this white here either. Anybody see a 3 white in this pile? I sure don't. Yeah, so... there's me blobbing on about nothing for a little bit, right? Am I putting this together wrong? Because those look like they're lined up with this, but this looks... Oh, yeah, I am putting it all together wrong. Go me. Uh-oh. Sorry. Talking and putting them together and not paying attention, I guess. It's not a... Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. I put it in the middle here. That's why I couldn't find it. So, a lot of these Legos give you a tool to remove Legos. This one apparently didn't. And... yay. So, yeah, they have a Lego removing tool. And a lot of these do come with a Lego removing tool, but this one didn't. And I kept some of mine, but I'm not going to go grab another box and open it up because they're in the box with the leftover Legos, because I also kept the Legos that I didn't use. So they're in there, but I ain't gonna go grab that right now. I will, however, maybe go switch a dog out. So, let's see. One of my girls want to come out to the cage, and as some of you guys might know, some of mine don't get along, so I'd have to put this one up to put that. Yep, okay, I hear you. Alright, so I'm on this step here, not that you guys can remind me, but that's where I'm at. Alright, let's go, Kennel. Come on, girl. Come on. Let's go, Kennel. Come on. You can do it. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Alrighty. Yeah, no, go Kennel. Take your blankie to your kennel. Come on. Take your blankie. Let's go. Go on. You're a good boy. Okay. Very good. Yes, I'm coming. Okay. Go ahead. You'll come on next. Well, you don't have to be so hyper. You don't have to be so hyper. Who's a baby girl? Do not knock that over, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know if you guys saw her nose. She decided to come over here and say hi. All right. Hang on, you'll get your turn. Sorry. It's fun when you have dogs that don't like each other. Yes, yes, I know. I need a 4, not a 3. So, my 2 girls, I found out, can get a little annoyed with each other too. They never used to, but apparently they can get a little annoyed with each other sometimes. So I've been letting them all have time out with me without the others. Everybody gets alone time. Alright. So there we go. There's that level. Oops. So these things kind of can snap together in ways that they're not supposed to, so you got to make sure they're lined up, but yeah. And then it doesn't, if you could tell, it's a little hard to tell when you're doing the same level or when you're going forward a level or not, at least in my opinion. And then the blocks are quite small. By the way, because like I said, I don't really feel like it, I'm thinking I might just leave me switching dogs out and stuff in the video if you guys don't mind that. This will just be like an unedited video, just upload and say, yay, done. Again, it's just don't feel like editing the videos. Don't feel like doing the extra steps I need to do to film the completions right now. I just want to do whatever I'm doing and not do anything. Even if you guys get into those moods where it's just like, yeah, nope, I can't be bothered to do stuff right now. I mean, I was like that also with, I wanted to build something, and I was like that with building that too, but I managed to get it built anyway. I'm like, screw it at this point. If I don't do it, I'm just not gonna do it, and I want it done. So even though I didn't feel like doing it, I decided to end up doing it. And it came out okay. It was what do you call, it's not the litter box, but it's like what the litter box sits in. It was a container to hold the litter box that I made. Yay, we're going onto a start of a face here. So I made one of those, and the one day I was a zombie and I didn't think I could cut the wood accurately. So I didn't do anything that day because I felt like if I tried to diamond paint, I would have just started putting the wrong letters all over the canvas and everything else. And it's a hassle to pull letters off the canvas, as you guys know. Something like this is a little bit easier to pull apart, but still a hassle to pull apart. So I just didn't trust myself to do anything that day, so I didn't do anything that day. Then later that day, the next day, whatever. Okay, yeah, the eyes are around it. Later that day, and sometimes they give you extra parts. If you notice, that was because they gave me extra eyes in case I lost an eye, I guess. I have had ones where they didn't give me enough of one color, but gave me extra of multiple colors, and that was a little annoying. But have you guys ever had days like that where you literally are just like zombie and you don't trust yourself to do anything? Like anything you do, you feel like you're gonna do it wrong or something. Like, and maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't, but yeah, I was like that day. So then the next day and or later that day when I was a little bit more, it's like, okay, I'm doing this because I need to get it done. Otherwise, it's never going to get done. And I did it, and it turned out okay. I mean, like, could it be better? Definitely. Did I have more issues than I should have because I just wasn't thinking it through quite correctly? Definitely. But again, when you build something random yourself without any, these are all grays, I guess. Weird color for the gray. But when you build something yourself without any guide, and you don't make your own guide first, you're like literally just trying to picture in your head while you're building it, yeah, stuff tends to sometimes not go quite how you expect it to go. A lot of the time I will just go into paint or something like that and measure out the pieces I need to know, okay, I need this many pieces this size, I need this many pieces this size, and stuff like that. And like, because you gotta minus the sides thickness and stuff like that to make sure that they're actually the same size, because if you make them the exact same size, then they won't fit because the thickness changes the size. And so sometimes, a lot of the time, most of the time, I will go ahead and just do a picture of each piece and do the math on, okay, so this piece needs this minus these sides taken out and stuff like that. But because I didn't feel like doing anything, but I wanted to get it done, and I decided, just screw it, I'm just gonna go do it. So I had to measure each piece repeatedly and measure it against what I was making and be like, wait, this shape is the shape I want and stuff, until I got it sort of figured out. So it caused me to cut a few pieces not quite in line with what I wanted, and then it does go like this, right? Yeah. Then cut a few other pieces. So like, I didn't ruin anything, I just definitely had to stop and measure everything and put stuff on top of stuff to see how it lined up correctly and stuff, because I didn't have all the measurements already wrote out. But like I said, it's done, and I definitely, oh, so that wasn't an extra eye. The eyes are just too tall. Okay. And if you notice light changing, my monitor just decided to go to sleep because apparently I haven't used my computer in long enough. And sorry about the glare on this. I'm using the flash as light to see what I'm doing. So. Oh, also another reason that I think dog muzzles is a good idea. Like I said, one of my dogs, she eats anything and everything, so if you can't watch her, she needs to be muzzled for her own good. So I've had just like a few experiences where I've decided them all knowing how to wear a muzzle is a great thing. And then my one girl, she's very, and this sucks because again I have other animals, but she's very dog aggressive, so I just feel more comfortable having a muzzle on her. Just seems like a safer option. So she loves people, but when I take her into stores, I put the muzzle on her. When I take her for car rides, I put the muzzle on her because she loves car rides. So you want to go to stores with me? You like walking around and saying hi to people? Cool. You like being in the car? Cool. But you're going to wear a muzzle because your reward is being able to do that stuff. But because you kind of have a little bit of a screw loose, you are going to keep a muzzle on to make sure people are safe. I really don't think she'll bite a human, but I don't know. Actually, she has bit me before, but I don't think she was trying to get me, but she got me. So, safe than sorry. Again, she's a pit mix, so everybody looks at it like, ooh, that dog is even more dangerous. And then you say it does kind of have a screw loose and is a little on that side, yeah. But people like her, and she likes people, and sometimes you have to tell them, yeah, even though the muzzle's on, you can pet her, it's fine, you know, like, that definitely does make some people back off, but sometimes it's not a bad thing that people back off. Like, people definitely have a little bit too much of a tendency to try to come up and pet a dog. Like I said, my sister's dog is extremely fear aggression, so she gets a lot of socialization. We take her out to the stores and everything else to try to socialize her with people. She's done so since she was a pup, but it just doesn't work. It's her personality. Some dogs just have their personalities. And the amount of people that want to pet that dog, and it's just like, no, do not come up to her. Do not talk to her. If you want to admire her from a distance, cool, but leave her alone. So, it's kind of funny. The one that, and she doesn't tend to wear a muzzle while we're shopping or doing anything like that because she doesn't really care for it, like I said. So, she has to wear it for grooming and for vet visits, but she doesn't really want to get used to it and wear it constantly, so she kind of doesn't tend to wear one. But the fact that so many people want to try to come up to the dog, and we've had issues with people trying to come up to the dog before, it's just like, guys, I literally even put a vest on it to tell you not to pet it. Like, I can see why people that actually have service dogs have so much issues with them too, you know, because like theirs is even nicer, whereas this one, if anybody knew how to read the dog's body language, could understand why we don't want you to come say hi. I think I've said this before in a video, but I don't know. I used to have really, really nice dogs, and now I have dogs just has a screw loose. My sister says that she thinks we've used up all of our good dog luck because we've had so many really well behaved dogs, really well trained, and all of these dogs just have like little issues, and some of it, yeah, sure, is like could train them better, but some of it is literally, like I said, personality issues where her dog, she sees a trainer. She actually has a trainer she sees. She has medicine that the dog's prescribed and everything else. It's just a personality thing. It's just that dog. Just like some of us have anxiety and some of us have depression and ADHD and all this other stuff. The dog's just like that. It just is. Some of it is breed related in a way, I think, but so some animals just have personalities that you need to work around, and I put the wrong piece here. And now I threw it across the room. Oh, yay. It flew under the desk. Yeah, so hopefully I don't need that piece. But it was really interesting because I'll watch some other people like in, I forget what it is, but like Norway and Britain and everything else, where they're a lot more free with having their dogs go in any building, and their dogs are a lot better behaved. They walk off leash a lot better and everything else. And part of it is people don't want to say hi to them constantly like crazy. It's not like every time you go somewhere you're expecting somebody to run off and say, hey, I want to pet your dog. It doesn't happen that way. It's just like, oh, there's him and his dog, it's just an everyday life thing. Whereas here it's like, oh, dog. And we can't take them a lot of places, and people treat them like something when honestly the best thing to do with a dog in public, even though again I want to pet him and say hi to him too because I love him, but best thing to do for a dog in public is to ignore it. Unless the owner says you can say hi to it, you could ask the owner, but really it doesn't matter if it has a service vest or not. Best thing to do for a dog is to ignore it. I have had one lady, and again, even though it's my sister's dog, Mom and I take it to the store all the time because when I hang out with Mom, we take the dog with us. The dog loves me. I'm apparently its auntie and Mom is its grandma, so we take it everywhere with us. So that's why I talk about it, even though it isn't mine, it is my sister's. So we've had a person that saw the dog, said nice dog, did not ask to come pet the dog, saw, the vest, saw that it just said nice dog. It's like, okay, you want to stand there and hand the dog a treat for us? We literally asked that person, do you want to stand there and just open your hand with a treat in it? Do not pet it, do not approach her, just stand there and open your hand with a treat in it. Let her come to you and take the treat from you. So we've done that. I think it was once that we did that, but she seemed to understand the dogs, and we do want the dog to get better with, people aren't scary, they're just people. So anything you can do to make the dog a little bit more agreeable with people is nice to do. So yes, using other people to help you train your dog is nice when you can find the right person, but it's so hard to find a person around here that is going to actually just let the dog approach them and not touch them. Half of the time it's like, okay, I can do that, and then the second the dog starts approaching them, they try to pet it. It's like, no. Literally, no, do not pet it. Do not do anything. Just sit there and ignore it. Like I was watching this one of these little YouTube shorts, and the person was talking about how, the question was like, I finished the penguin. Is there like a house rule you have that people find strange or something like that? And it was a rule that like completely shouldn't be strange, but it's like, if I tell my dog to not interact with you, do not tell me it's okay that my dog interacts with you. I told my dog to go sit or lay down and ignore you. Do not tell me or tell the dog it's okay for it to keep bugging you. It's my dog and I want it to have manners and ignore you, then ignore it. If I tell you I don't want you to feed it, don't give it food scraps. If I'm okay with it getting the food scraps, you can give it to him later, after we're done eating, after the dog is laying down and not begging. But penguin, quack, quack. And again, like I said, you get extra blocks. So yeah, I didn't need that random angle that I accidentally threw under the couch, and I will probably just vacuum up and throw away. So, how long did that take me? 33 minutes, that ain't bad. But, so, I don't know if you guys care about the scan code. I don't know what that does, but there's some information on the guy and a little picture of the guy. This is part of a set of animals too. Again, the birds that I've been doing, this isn't a part of that set. That set, their wings actually flap. They're cute. Hang on. All right, let's go kennel. Let's go kennel so I can let your sis loose. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Good girl. He's a good girl. He's a good girl. He's a good girl. Yes. All right. Shh. Enough. Enough. clean. It's not yours. You can't eat it. All right, so here's one of them. See, their wings flap. It's the same block that I had for the eyes. I don't think we have an extra one here. Yeah, no. The block actually has rounded corners. So you can see how the corners are rounded right here. And then you put a rounded corner one on top and bottom. So the wing can flap. So I have the majority of this set. There's still a few I need to get. Like the dove looking one or whatever I need to get. And the second parakeet. I have the blue and white with gray parakeet. But they have a second parakeet. I got like the yellow cheek conure, and I got the white with the orange head, or the white with the white with the orange head cockatiel, but they have a like gray bodied cockatiel. So I have a few I haven't done, and I have the 4 I have done. But again, these eyes are like 3 block tall eyes, and the beaks kind of have like a shape to them, but it was so cool the wings can flap. So I've built some of these guys. And then again, like I said, hang on. Like I said, I am going to, here's another set. I am going to just probably upload this without editing out. So yes, you heard me playing with my doggy. No, she's not actually aggressive. She just kind of sounds like an evil demon when she plays sometimes, but, and, oops, sorry. And nails. Nails. Kind of get some skin torn up. But again, that's how I play with her. So, whatever. And then of course, if one plays and the other ones are locked away, they're like, can't we play? So they started barking. So that's what you heard, is everybody else being like, well, why is she having fun and not us? Alright, so here's the instructions for this one. Come on, leave it. Alright. You's a good girl. You's a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes. Okay. Alright. Oh boy. Can you tell I just pet her and just put a bunch of hair on my Legos? Can you guys see all that? Literally, I just pet her and then it's just like... I never heard German Shepherd till I got her and looked into it, even though I've had German Shepherd mixes. Apparently, they've never shed as crazily as this dog does. Holy crap, does she shed. I literally just pet her a little bit and covered my Legos in hair. Okay, I need the odd shape guys. Like this. There's 2 of those. So I guess during the start it is easier to pull out the shapes you need to work on first because there's such a big pile of shapes here. So I guess during that part it's easier to just start off pulling out shapes. So we need these. We need 2 of these. I'm sorry for shaking you. I have like a light attached to this that I use for filming also instead of turning the camera light on. And that's what I'm hitting. I do need the weird shape here. This one, I think, yeah. So I need 2 of those. I'm not finding the 4 white block. Here they are. Okay. Got the 2, got the 4, got the halves. So all I need are the black box. Which I got that one. I need another one of those, but I need one of the little guys here. So it does have the list up here of what you need. One of these. 3 3s. And then 2 of the 4s. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 4. I need one more weird angle piece. So this one's a cat. I have not done any of these cats yet. Don't I need one more weird angle piece? Yeah, it says 2. Is that it? No, that's not it. This one. Wait, yeah. No? Wait. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Alright, so all these other pieces are not it right now. Actually, you know what? Talk about boats I got. Look at this ginormous boat I got. Like, yeah? Big enough boat for you guys? This one is more black, so how about instead of black on black, I put them in here. We'll have colors on blue. Looks okay, right? And I'm going to set them off to the side while we work on the first layer. So yeah, do any of you guys do any of these? Could your fingers handle doing any of these? I know some people definitely could not manage to make these with how small they are. You'd have to like use your tweezers or something like that to control them. I just have smaller fingers, which is part of the reason that I don't have as much issue doing it. Mom and I always randomly end up getting into it at some point or another about how her hand size versus my hand size and how I definitely have smaller hands than she does. Okay. Oops. Again, hit that light. So it goes here, then this one goes up here. Like that, yeah. Then this goes here. This side is different from the other side. This side gets a triangle, whereas the other side gets these here, I think. Yeah, because there's one space between them and the top guy. And then it gets no, wait, they got to go down one more because there's one space. So they go down here because the black here goes on here, right? Is that side lined up correctly? I don't know. And then these two shaped ones with the angles go here. Yeah, that leaves a one space. So that is what we're looking for. But again, trying to put this layer on top of that layer. Ugh. Okay. So this is again where I'm going to pull all the pieces out that we need, which is these white caps. Two white caps. Is that the opposite angle? Yeah, that's the opposite angle. Okay. But it is the capped angle piece, so that one. Wait. Two of the same angle I had on the bottom? Is that what? Ooh, I don't like this. Wait, is it the same angle I had on the bottom? No, wait. Crap, I'm confused. Enough! It's the same angle I had. Yeah, it is the same angle I had on the bottom, so it's one of those. I need another one of those. I find those so hard to find for some reason, though. I'm not finding it. You guys probably already see it somewhere in here, don't you? 4. I need 2 4s. Okay. 3 T's. Hello. Oh yeah, also talking about randomly brushing them. And I just dropped an orange that I do not want to lose. Crap. I also like to randomly cut their nails. Ah! Oh boy. Thanks a lot. Again, it's just one of those things, like, I randomly am sitting here, it's like, oh, hey, there's a dog next to me, I can cut its nails. I thought I dropped 3 T's, and now I only see 2. So, my dogs are all definitely used to getting their nails randomly cut and stuff like that, too. Mom takes hers to the groomer for their nail trims and stuff. I think primarily because her eyesight isn't as good, you know? I still don't have that issue, so I can cut mine's nails. Although I've actually started to cut them more by feel than by sight. Where they start curving is where I cut them, and that seems to work really well for me. I've only accidentally ever cut one, technically, okay, twice. I've accidentally cut one of my doggies a little too high up twice. But one time it was literally barely bleeding, like I just went a little too high. The other time it still wasn't much, it still quit very quickly. It just was, again, the dog pulled away from me or something, and it was when she was younger, and she just kind of pulled away from me, and I managed to accidentally clip down as she pulled away, and she got snipped a bit. It sucks. But we've also taken our birds in to get their nails trimmed and everything else, and we've had the person cut their nails too short to make them bleed. And actually, I remember one time where we took one of our birds in to get its nails cut, and the bird wasn't being held well enough that it managed to get loose, and that freaked us out because it managed to break a blood feather, so it was bleeding all over the place. And if any of you guys have birds and or just research anything about it, when a bird breaks a blood feather, the only way to get it to stop bleeding is to pull the feather out. So had to try to grab the bird and pull the feather out so it didn't bleed to death. That was creepy. And that was, you know, at a place that did clipping for birds. So just because they're professionals doesn't mean they also haven't accidentally done so. So I think the fact that I've done so twice, while it sucks, is not a bad thing. Okay. I am not liking this shape as much, am I? You can see what I say about how I put it together, but it's just like coming apart anyway. So I'm having to like relook at stage 1 and stage 2 to try to get them all lined up because it's just not working right. Okay. Then this one goes here. Those are the back feet. I got front feet and back feet. That's what that is. I think it goes down there, right? What am I doing next? Putting the feet together is one piece, sure. See, I didn't, for some reason, didn't have any issues with the bird. And I'm having these issues now, but like these are the same issues that I've had with the other birds that I've done and stuff like that. So that's what I was telling you about in the beginning, about sometimes I put it together just to have to break it apart to put it back together. So like, or just like try to lay it out and then have to shift it. So like, yeah. All right, this one goes here. Come on, this one goes here. We need a 4. Did I not grab out any single 4s? Okay, I didn't grab out any single 4s. Hang on. Single 4s. Oh, so update on the pigeon. It's still doing well, but oh boy, I thought maybe it was a baby. It was doing baby sounds, and I thought, okay, so it's a baby that like fully lost its fuzz, but wasn't strong enough so that the wind is what blew it and it hit something to break its wing or whatever. But the vet said that it could be that it wasn't a baby, that it just returned to making baby noises because of the trauma. It's like, oh, I didn't know they did that. But then apparently I think that is the case with this bird. Just after having it for a while now, he is such a little pain in the butt. Loves attacking me. Absolutely loves attacking me. It's a 4 and then an L. Okay. Whenever I open his cage, he tries to take a chunk out of me. Wait. So wait, this wasn't supposed to be a 3 long. Wait. Oh boy, I am messing up bad. Luckily, pigeons don't have hook bills. So that is nice, because if it did, ouch. But since it doesn't, it just kind of grabs the skin and twists, which isn't that big a deal, at least to me. But I have to be so happy that pigeons are not hook bills. If that pigeon was my African gray, like, that would be so much worse. Wait, that wasn't an L, that's supposed to be a T. I am really messing up now. But yeah, he's doing good. Pretty sure it is a he. He's back to a normal weight now. I really did not think that pigeon was going to make it when we got it. He was so skinny and lethargic. I told Mom that I thought he would die that night. Oh, that was supposed to be an L. I told Mom it's gonna die. Like, sure, I'll put in a carrier with some food and water, but it's gonna die. I was just like so positive that poor birdie was going to die, and he managed to make it. So, yay for him. And now I get to listen to him cooing and stuff, but he is a little ass. He really is. Wait, so the L goes there. The T goes on it like that, but the white is supposed to fully... What? What am I doing wrong? Oh, on top... Wait, no. What? Oh, I gotta move the T over one. Ah, crap. See, this is when I have trouble with these. Like, sometimes I don't have any trouble with them. Then I do stuff like this and I have trouble with them. Just... Another 3. Wait. 3? A black 3. I didn't grab a black 3. Really? Wait, what? Okay, guys. I did the other one flawlessly, and this one I am a mess. And it obviously is me, not the puzzle, right? It's like the exact same thing as the one we just did, isn't it? I don't know. Okay. Well, now that I put that there, I can grab the other 4 and manage to slot it in where it's supposed to go. And then behind this T, we have 2 4s that go on top. So they go right here and right here. Now that I got those there, that means I can put the 3 back under here. Right there. Yeah, that seems accurate, right? And that leaves the hole in here, which is yes. Then I'm a little confused though on where we go from here. Top layer here then gets a 4. Wait, a 4 square? A 4 square. I need 3 4 squares. I didn't grab out 4 squares, really? Okay. A 4 square. Oh, I didn't grab out 3. I grabbed out 2. That's why. Okay. So the 4 squares on the top here, which means it's going to be sitting on the bottom half of these 2. I'm sorry, I am having so much trouble all of a sudden. I was just gabbing away nonstop with the other one, and like all the pieces were just falling together, no issue. This time I just cannot get this thing put together at all. So my talking has now went into nothing, and my hands aren't even in the camera. You know. Okay, is that everything? Is that correct? Are we good to go to the next step? Wait, no, because again, this layer has these as well. Which I only found one of the 2 I need. So I need to find one more of these. And then all these pieces were pieces I didn't need yet. Alright. Let's see if we can find the other piece we need. Okay. So I am looking for one of those weird angled pieces, but we also have this weird angle piece, but that ain't what we're looking for. Oh, interesting. We have like this back foot looking one, but in a black color. Ah, I just found it. Crap. There. Here it is. So that goes on there. And that is step 1 and step 2. Yeah, that's step 1 and step 2. I'm pretty sure I'm good. Alright, so we're on to step 3. We need 2... I feel like I need my glasses for this puzzle. We need 2 of these little guys. I feel like it would make it a little easier to see what I'm doing. And yes, I do wear glasses. But no, I don't wear them all the time. I'm supposed to wear them all the time, but I can't. I guess the best way to say it is it kind of makes me like seasick-ish if I have them on and move my head and stuff. Like, they are supposed to be ones for me to wear all the time, but I'm still not used to them. I mean, it's been years, but I'm just still... There's that weird other shape that I found. Where'd it go again now? Yeah. I need 2 of them. Great. But, even though it's been years, it just, like, I still get... Like I said, the best way I could describe it is like a seasick feeling if I wear them and move my head. So... I don't like wearing them unless I'm doing something like this. But once I put them on, I can't take them off. If I take them off, my eyes cannot focus back to not having them on. So if I put them on and then I'm going to do something else, I will be wearing them the rest of the day. Even if it makes me slightly sick, so I have to like move my head slower. Because I just can't handle moving my head quickly with them, but also taking them off after I've had them on doesn't work out. So like my eyes don't feel it too much if I put them on or don't put them on when I wake up, but if I have them on I can't go back to not wearing them. And I personally like to clean the house and stuff without them on because I don't like the way they like try to hang down on my face or something. Sometimes like you gotta worry about accidentally touching them, or you gotta worry about them falling off your face or something when you're leaning over to pick stuff up while you're cleaning and stuff. So I prefer not to wear them while I'm cleaning. I prefer not to wear them while I'm moving because, again, it just makes me feel a bit sick. And I didn't see that I needed 2s, did I? Yeah, I did. Oh, here they are. So, I'm not great with my glasses, but it does feel a lot less strain to wear them when I'm looking at smaller stuff. Like these puzzles, like my diamond paintings. Kinda sucks though. Also, I forgot what they called it, but like they said that there's a specific name for it that they call people that like me, that like one little speck on my glasses and like that's all I can see, so I have to like clean them every 2 seconds. And they said they have a name for people like that, but that's also me, which is annoying because even when you clean them, sometimes that puts stuff on them. Like even if you have one of those like glasses cleaning kits and stuff like that, it just leaves like a smudge or a random little stain or piece of hair or something, and I notice that, and that's all I can see, and so that bugs me, and yay. You know? Okay, so these are the 2 singles next to each other instead of just a big piece. And while I'm putting them on here, I have to make sure not to push the other pieces off of the piece. Okay. This, I think, is going to be the cat's tail, right? Ah! Like that. I just accidentally snapped these off of here, trying to snap those on there. And I was in the middle of saying something. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Something about the glasses and always seeming dirty and hating them, seeming dirty. So, like, yeah. And this, enough. This 3 white goes in here. There we go. So now we're on to this shape here. Again, sorry about the glare. I'm using the flash, so it is what it is, right? So 2 singles in there. They are the singles with the tops to them. Thank you for the kisses. Dog's laying on the couch next to me and decided to lick my arm. Everybody's being very quiet, aren't they? And I just popped these 2 pieces off again. And there's nothing below them to hold them in place, so it just is what it is, right? Okay. Put this here. But then that gets right in the glare that way. There we go. All right. So T-piece here. By the way, if you guys are working on the African Beauties with us or not, there is definitely some really pretty ones. And apparently people like my cheetah, which is cool. And people liked the lady I worked on. Again, I did decide to do different ones, and then I kind of wanted it to work on one of the other ones, like I said, as a third, but I don't know if I'll get there. So one issue sometimes with these is the fact that you don't fill them in. You like leave the whole center bare and you just have pieces for around the outside. Four piece. L. Another 3 white. Yeah. I wonder how this is gonna look done. I was afraid that these cats might just be like too small, that they won't look great. Just like diamond paintings. I'm like, ooh, give me the Legos with more. But I also figured out, unlike with diamond paintings, it's a little harder to put bigger diamond paintings on a shelf. Or at least my shelf, the taller, or I said that wrong. Unlike diamond paintings where you can hang bigger diamond paintings, or I can just roll them up, with these Lego things, you can't really just like break them back down, right? Like, so I'm setting them on my shelf, but
my shelf isn't tall enough to fit the bigger ones. So unlike the bigger diamond paintings, the bigger Lego figures are like, uh-oh, now where do I sit this? 'Cause I'm sitting them on a shelf over my TV, and I'm liking the different colors and stuff versus the metal work, which doesn't have the different colors to them and stuff. But if I work on too big of a Lego figure, it doesn't fit up there because it's too tall. So then it's like, well, now what? It's enough. And then when I do the bigger ones, though, I do tend to sort my pieces by color and shape and stuff like that. So I don't have to like dig through a whole pile, because also they have more pieces than this, so I ain't digging through that big a pile. So we got that. Now we need a 3 black. Also, somebody commented that nothing wrong with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Definitely don't disagree with that. What was the other one? There was like a sequel spinoff of it too. I liked that too. And maybe there's something I'd also fully watch, but as of right now, they're not something I'm fully watching. However, I did come up with another show that I want to fully watch after I get done with another show. I don't remember what I wanted to replace with what right this second, though. But yeah, I do have another show that I want to replace I was replacing Bones with. That's what it is. Once I finish with watching all of Bones, there was a show I already have in mind that I wanted to replace it with. And right now I'm not thinking about what it was. But I think I said it in that same episode. Or video, whatever you want to call it. That Mom mentioned Dad wanting to watch all of Buffy. I keep pulling these off. Okay, a 3 goes here. But yeah, I seem to binge shows. Also, there's a show, I don't know how many of you guys have Hulu or how many of you care about these types of shows, but there's a show called Will Trent, which for a while didn't watch because like I watched the first episode and it just didn't jive with me at all. So it's like, yeah, nah, we have enough shows that we're watching right now, don't need to watch this. So didn't watch it for a while, and it's like, you know what, every single time we got done watching this or that, Hulu kept trying to get us to watch it. It's like, okay, screw it, fine, why not, let's go ahead. So started watching it, now binging it. Probably halfway through all of the episodes they have out. Not bad, not great, kind of. You guys, I'm guessing it's just the wind, and if it's a car, it's not for us. Come on. Hey, come on. Stop. You get back up here. Up. Thank you. But there was another show that I started watching too. Again, like I need to watch more new shows, though, when I'm trying to finish old shows. But hey, sometimes my mood's just like, let's just watch something new, right? But there's another one that I started watching that we finished season 1 of High Potential. That's what it's called. Lady's really smart apparently and starts helping the cops with cases. Oh boy. Oh, thank you. That piece accidentally fell in and I did not think it was going to come back out. So that one was kind of interesting, honestly. Makes me remember stuff like Jane Doe, which I really like Jane Doe. I want another Jane Doe. John Doe, not Jane Doe. Sorry. Wrong word. I want another John Doe. I hated the ending of that show, though. It ended literally saying that everything just began. That was like literally the end. Not even like exaggerating. That was like literally the end. That drove me nuts. Because I enjoyed it. He like didn't know who he was, but he knew everything. I apparently, though, have decided it seems like I like a lot of the shows with the cop coroner type stuff like that. There's been a lot of them I've watched like that, and Moonlight, High Potential, John Doe. There was another one with like this guy who didn't ever, okay, I put this on wrong. This guy who never aged. I forget what the name of that one was, but he never aged. He helped them. There was another one that was like in jail wrongly or something. Then when he got released, he started helping them. There was a coroner one that I watched. I believe that was a British one, if I remember correctly. But that one was nice too. Again, I am horrible with names, and that even means names of shows that I've watched, like or not like. So that's why you get such an abrupt weirdness to my answer of this one that had this and this one that had that. Like, sorry. Just how my brain does it. I need a 3 pink. Wait, it is, no, 2 pink. And it looks like it's lined up with the red. That's going to be his nose, I'm assuming. And then there's 3 white next to it, sticking out 1. But yeah, I seem to like a lot of those. Oh, Lucifer, that's another one where it's somebody helping the police with their cases. So I have come to the conclusion I seem to like those shows. Coroners, cops, whatever, mystery type things, right? The coroner one, I really cannot remember the name, but he had a boat, he had a daughter, he wasn't with his wife, he kept getting in trouble for doing stuff unconventionally or whatever. I am not finding the pieces I need to find. Wait, that's why I'm not up here. No. This one didn't come with a tool either, actually. Interesting. I feel like all of my bird ones didn't they? I don't know. So we have this. With this, we need to then put one of these and a flat piece. Where's the flat piece? Shit. But, yeah. I don't remember a lot of it, but he was getting in trouble for doing stuff like unconventionally and stuff like that. A lot of them do, though. There was a doctor show, too, where the guy was having trouble with that, where he came to fix the hospital or whatever and did stuff unconventionally and stuff like that, but he, like, was running the hospital or whatever. His wife died giving birth or something, I believe. Oh wow. Whoa, not nice. Wait. Oh, where? Oh, that block. Those blocks were holding these together, I'm guessing. These things are kind of delicate. And then this guy fell off of something. I have no idea where he was over here at all. I have no idea whatsoever where this guy was over here. But it fell off on that side. Oh. Okay, it just goes on top here. It was one of these, right? Okay. Shit. I am having so much trouble. What was I saying? The doctor one. New Amsterdam, that's what that one was called. That one was decent too. House, again, another doctor show. There's a bunch of doctor shows, so watching 911, 911 Lone Star. Was it Chicago Fire? I tried and didn't finish. Then there was like another firefighter one, another cop like one, like, yeah, a lot of those seem to be ones that I watch. I think I did something wrong because this won't go here, will it? Like, or no, that is right because that leaves that there, but then this goes here. Okay. Try not to break more pieces off as I put pieces on. Okay. Then we're back here. He sticks out one. And he goes next to him. This one just hit this one too hard and knocked it out. I'm having troubles. Really, really, really having troubles with this cat. But hey, it's starting to look like something. Now I need a 2. Is that what I'm seeing? Wait, there's the T. Oh, no, a T, another T, and a 1. So 2 more T's face the opposite way of these T's, and then a 1. So T, opposite T. Opposite T. How do I get the 1? Wait. Did I miss something though? Because like I don't have any way for this 1 to sit next to this T. Huh. There's supposed to be a 1 here, but I can't seem to sit it there because there's nothing under there. So either I messed up or it needs to connect to the layer above it, not the layer below it, which I think is the case. I think that's what it's trying to tell me here, maybe? I have no idea what this is showing where. I don't understand this at all. I really don't. I don't understand this at all. I don't know where that's supposed to go. All right, we'll figure it out. But for now, green eyes. Instead of green eggs and hams, we have green eyes. And these eyes are just regular pieces. I have a dog hair stuck in there. But yeah, on top of building the dog, wow, my brain. Building the cat, the litter box thing to put its litter box in. I moved the cat tree somewhere else and I put some scratch pads on the wall behind it, and so he has a new little area to hang out. Gets away from the dog and gets to overlook the whole front of the house, so he's happy with it. So I've been doing stuff like that. Ah, see this 3 here? Now that I put that down, I can now put the 1 under it. There we go, like that. So 3, the 1 goes under it, and then it goes here. And that makes that row of 3 on the bottom there. That was supposed to be there. Okay, cool. All right. But yeah, I don't know. My brain's not working as well as when I started this, is it? Confused mode activated. I'm still gonna finish this though. But I could stop talking to you guys, I guess. So wait, this is a 3. Oh, somebody posted something. It's a 3, a 3, and then a 3 and a 2. Okay, so we got the 2, got the 3. Hey! Thank you. Then yeah. And then we got these little cap blocks. Goes on here. Hey, we got nose and eyes. It has nose and eyes, start it. I really don't know what this is supposed to mean though, but it's a longer panel with a 3 panel with a single panel with an L with a single. I have no idea where that's supposed to go though. Somewhere between step 9 and 10, I guess, but I don't know, so I'm just ignoring it because everything else is still slotting together just fine, and I don't know, we'll see. Also got to see who posted what, because I'm sure you guys heard the notification. Notification came from the computer because I have Discord on the computer. I also have it on the phone. I tend to actually use it on the phone, but then there's other parts of it that I tend to use on the computer. Like, I like the way it acts better for doing certain things, certain places, like having to make the custom forms that I need to make for the next few events we're going to do and stuff like that. I think I liked the way that that was better on the computer than on my phone. But replying to you guys and stuff, may as well just use the phone. I found that about a lot of things, though. I like certain ways the phone does it versus certain ways the computer does it. So I use it this way or that way depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. I was about to put that guy backwards. But there's some other stuff like editing. I don't know how you guys can do it on your phone. I don't know how you guys can do it on your phone. I can't. I don't like the way it works on the phone, and I'm sure a lot of people don't like doing so on their computer, the way it does on the computer. And maybe I'd edit more if I could do it on my phone, because then I could just do it anywhere versus having to sit at the computer. But I do not like the controls, and then the editing programs that do kind of have the controls that I like, just nope. So I will stick to editing on my computer, but as some of you guys know, I had my computer gone for a while, so that's why I tried a bunch of ones on the phone. And this block is not wanting to cooperate. Every time I try to push it in here, these ones start bending the wrong way, and it's not. And there go breaking his tail off again. So why won't you just... You guys see this? It just does not want to go. There we go. Just did not want to go on. And then I need a single black in between those. Yes. Where am I? What? Wait. What? I'm lost. Okay, no eye stuff here. Eyes. So yes, a single black in between it. There we go. Like I said, brain decided to go, nope. Alright, 2 more yellows again. This one here. Uh-oh. I only have 1 yellow. Oh, I did tell you I dropped a yellow earlier. I did. Wait, was that it? Was that it? No, that's a black. I swear I did tell you guys I dropped a yellow earlier. Ah, crap. Oh well. I'll deal with it later. So yes, this cat's going to have an error in its eye because I'm going to have to try to deal with this later. Whoa, wait. These yellows aren't even in line with the other yellows. They go on the green, maybe? Yeah, they go on the green. But I'm missing one right now. So. That. I need L's again. L here. L, that would be around the yellow here. So what shows do you guys like? Is there any shows you guys like? There's another one on Netflix that's coming back, I believe. The alien that's like the doctor in the town. What is it? Neighborhood alien, something like that. He's working with the cops or whatever too, but or a specific cop or whatever, but he's an alien and he took over a human's body, and that human so happened to be like the old town doctor or something like that, and they needed a doctor, so they got him to, or coroner doctor, something like that. It's something with alien and like neighbor or something in the title. It's on Netflix. I think they've had a few seasons. I'm pretty sure they're having another season. Another one we're watching is The Rookie. We did watch that Rookie spinoff as well, but I think that one was just like a one season discontinued type thing. Dr. Odyssey, which, funny enough, crossed over with 911 in the episode that I just got finished watching. Shifting Gears also just got finished watching an episode. There was four TV shows that were just released on Hulu I watched. 911, Odyssey, Shifting Gears, and something. The Floor game show. Right. I need 2 more L's I found. 1 L, where's the other L? There it is. So, yeah. Odyssey and 911 together. That was interesting. Can't blame her for being afraid of the cruise ship, though, after what happened. Wow. Yeah, no. Again, I don't think that's giving too much information. I hope it's not. But I did not expect those two to cross. I don't know why. I just did not expect those two to cross. I guess I didn't really even know what channel they both air on because I just watch them on Hulu. I don't have TV, so whatever channel it airs on doesn't mean anything to me, so that's probably part of why I didn't expect them to go together, is because I didn't know that they were even on the same network. But that was kind of entertaining. It makes me wonder if they're going to have more crossovers at a later date. Well, I want to say probably not, but then at the same time, you know, like, do I actually want to say probably not? Hey, we're closing off his head. We're closing off his head. Finally. I'm still getting lost. This white one goes here. No! Oh, crap. I dropped it inside. There we go. But yeah, I apparently watch a lot of shows. What can I say? I'm a TV background person, not a music background person. And I don't like commercials, and I don't like, you know, so TV it is, but not actual TV, more like TV that I pay for and don't have commercials on because I can't stand commercials. I am having trouble again. I need to put this 2-piece in between these without losing it. There we go. Sheesh, I don't know why nothing on his head when I popped down, but hey, the back of the cat, the front of the cat, we're getting there. We are getting there. Only piece we have left are these angle pieces I gotta find, which are, again, like this. But no, the opposite of this. There they are. Or there's one of them anyway. It's this guy and this guy. But I need 4 of those. Is there even 4 of those in here? Did I do something wrong somewhere, or... Oh, wait. No, there's a 3rd. There's a 4th. Cool, they're all there. Okay. Put that one. These are going to be his ears, I'm assuming? So, yeah. What TV shows do you guys like? What TV shows would you watch or rewatch? I don't tend to rewatch stuff unless it's been a long time in between it, or I'm rewatching it to watch it with somebody who hadn't seen it before. I'm just not a big fan of watching stuff I've already watched before. I need a 4. Is there a 4 in here anywhere? Is there a 4? Oh, over here. So, I don't know. I tend to remember, I guess it's like, yay to some people that can forget what they watch, because I tend to remember enough of it that when I watch it again, it's like, oh, I remember this piece. Oh, I remember that piece. I don't quite remember how we got to that piece, but I remember the piece after that, and I remember the results of that piece. Therefore, so like, I tend to be able to tell you the whole show, and therefore it's not as fun to rewatch them, because it's just like my mind's just being like, yep, I remember this, and this goes into this, and then this happens next. And on top of that, I'm also one of those people that tend to see where a show's going before it goes there a lot of the time. So on top of my vague memory coming back of what happened, and then knowing where it's going to go anyway, because I just tend to know where it's going to go, there's not a high rewatch value to shows for me. Because, like, even now, if I were to go back and watch John Doe again, I would know a lot of what's going on and what's going to go on and stuff like that. Like, even though I can't tell you much of it right now, but when I see pieces, the other pieces will just kind of fall back into place. Look at, he's getting the inside of his ears. So sometimes, like, I've heard people say that, like, they wish they could forget something so they could, like, go back and experience it for the first time. It's like, yeah, sometimes it's nice if you could do that, I guess. This one. Well, that's just not how my brain tends to work with that. Yet I will remember a bunch of other stuff that I really want to, or I will forget a bunch of other stuff I really want to remember. It's not like I can choose what I remember or what I don't remember. But I'll remember all the TV shows, so there's no point rewatching it, but I won't remember anything else that I should be remembering. Don't have full control over brain. Brain just decides what it does and doesn't want to, right? Wait, did I do this wrong? I did this wrong. I should have started from the outside, I guess. I really should just go find that tool. That's what I should do, is just go find that tool to pull these off. It'd be so much easier. Because I know it's just in one of my boxes of the ones I already worked on. So I know where it is. I want to be too horrible to just go grab it. But this is where the being lazy makes me do more work. Because I want to be lazy and not get up and go grab the box with the extra pieces. But because of that, I am now struggling to do this, and it's taking longer than it just would if I got up and grabbed the box. Do you guys do that too? Everybody does that, right? Like, where you decide to be lazy in a way that makes it... I also put these too far forward. Oh boy. being lazy, like, almost never pays off. It almost always actually causes you to have to do more work or harder work. But don't tell me that, right? Because where did this piece come from? Here? Wait, it's sticking one. No, I need to stick one out the other way. Like this. Like that. There we go. Yeah. Sorry about that. First one took me only half an hour, and now we're going on an hour for this one, huh? At least that's what it looks like. The phone. That looks like what the time's telling me. I did it wrong again. And you guys just get a nice big look at my stupid hand, huh? Oh boy. I pulled out the whole inside of his ear. This is fun. Why am I having so much trouble with the cat? So do I go back to diamond painting after this? Or I don't think this is right either, because I don't think that's right either. Because then there's a gap in there. I don't think that gap was supposed to be in there. What am I doing wrong? Something just does not seem right about that. Maybe it's right, but something just does not seem right. Oh boy. Do I go back to diamond painting, or do I not trust myself to diamond paint right now? How difficult this is being for me. Maybe I go back to watching videos. Welcome to my weird mind. Get an inside look of what am I doing and why. So, am I supposed to have that hole in the ear like that? Did I do something wrong? What did I do there? Because, like, there's a flat one below it and a flat one here. But that pink was also flat that I put something on top of, wasn't it? I don't know. Okay. More twos. If something else is supposed to be there when we get to this. No, it looks like maybe that is how it's supposed to be. Okay. I just saw the finished picture right here. Not 100% sure yet, but it looks like it might be. And then this guy goes here. We're almost done, but not quite. I need 2 more pinks. I have 2 more pinks. Cool. This one and this one. And then we're finishing off the top of the ears. Oh crap. I just pulled them apart accidentally trying to put them together again. He's getting there, and then I gotta try to find that eye piece, otherwise he's just gonna be like that. Which you won't notice if you have him set up on a shelf. Like, lucky, you won't notice that. Okay, 4 of these. 2, 3. 2 of these. That's 4. Where's the last one to make 2? Oh, I don't see it. Alright, well. Goes up here. Okay. Yeah, it leaves the hole in it again. So the hole is purposeful in the ears. I don't know why, but I'm not missing a block. I didn't do something wrong. They are purposeful. Okay. This and this. And I will try to find that block I'm missing in a little bit. Just go ahead and get these settled first. Okay, now I need a square with a... I don't see it. So did I put the wrong piece somewhere in order to make it where this isn't gonna work? I don't see the flat top black either. Here it is. Okay. So flat top black goes here. And that's the finishing of the ear. So this ear's supposed to look like that, but I don't see the correct angle pieces to make it. I don't see the correct angle pieces to make it. So here's the top that's supposed to go on it. I do have 2 more of the small ones, so like I maybe can try to jerry rig something into what I'm supposed to be building, but like if these 2 small ones go here, like, come on, get on there, here and here. Come on. And then we need 2 with this on top of it. It's not going to hold it together as well, but it does create the same ear shape. So that's using extra pieces to create the ear shape, because either those pieces were supposed to be used somewhere in this tail or something that used a full piece, or they just didn't give me a piece, or I dropped a piece. But there you go, all done, other than trying to find the eye. And the ears are supposed to have the holes in them, I guess because ears indent. But that's our little cat. Took way too long. So the first half of this video is probably nice, the second half of this video is probably crappy, but again, extra pieces. Oh, and guess what I just found? There's the earpiece. So let's take this back out and use the correct ear. If I can take the pieces apart. Oh crap. I didn't just do that. There it is. I threw it at myself. And this is why they have used the big piece. It's because this is like a tall tower that just completely came off the cat. So instead of using these 2 singles, once we put this tower onto this piece here connects to this piece that helps to hold those pieces in place. It's kind of weird that the ear tops actually aren't connected, but, and his tail's breaking off again. So there's the cute little cat. Again, this is a whole set. Here's the set of cats that you could get. Even though I had more trouble with him than with the penguin, he's okay, so I probably wouldn't mind finishing the cats. Again, they look a little pixely from here, but sitting on the shelf they look nice, and they're small enough to sit on the shelf in between others. So, and maybe it'll be faster like the penguin if I hadn't just built the penguin and then built the second one, or my brain just stayed alive the whole time. Like, I don't know. Maybe some of that is just the issue I'm having. So, might not be that this one is actually harder than the penguin. It just might be where my mind was at the time of the one versus at the time of the other. So again, I'm just putting them in the box and closing up the box. I hate how they put the sticker over the front of the box so you can't see the character, but there's that. And then with some of them, like, I don't know, I didn't keep the penguin one because I don't know if I'm going to get that whole set. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. But with some of them, I did fold this up and keep it with the box. But with, like, my birds, I put all of them in one box. But you can fit all of them in one box. So I did that for now. I don't know if I'm going to end up throwing them away or not, but I just thought it was kind of cool to have a collection of everybody I finished, kind of like you would make a log for your diamond paintings. So that's this guy, and I already put the penguin up there, so let me go grab the penguin. It's a penguin. Yeah. Not yours. So, kitty cat, penguin. And then I should show you. My dog wants to eat them. No? You know they're not yours now? Ah, hi! Yes. 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 Good girl. One time she did try to eat them. She thought I was handing her a toy or some food or something. She's like, oh, mine? Okay. Now she's sniffing them and being like, yeah, no. So that's those. I should show you one of my bigger ones. Not my biggest one, but one of my big ones. Or I can show you my biggest one. It's not your toy. It's mine. Back up on the couch. Ow. Thank you. Don't break it. Fox. This one has a rainbow tail. I also did one of these with a blue tail. But... oh, now you can see that light that I was talking about that I kept accidentally hitting. Let me finally remove it. But I'm going to hang it right back up. I broke off a piece of his tail. So this is one of those other types of blocks where they slide together. So the actual weakest part is their stacking part. Other than that, all the layers are stuck together. So it's kind of the opposite, where they don't stack as well, but the layers, each round is stuck together better. But that's my fox. And the back with the colors on the tails. But you can see how there's these grooves in these blocks, so they actually slide down into each other, so each layer around is securely snugged, but like they don't snap onto each other as easily, so that part comes off. And then I got this little dragon. And I did a bigger version of him, and that's where I found out I had the issue with the size. Hi. Whoa. Oh. What? Good girl. So this is the exact same dragon. That's the head for you, without the body. A lot bigger, huh? And the horns are broke off. These horns stood so tall. But again, you can see where the layers pop apart really easily. But how this whole row would come off if I pulled it off. Sometimes, though, I have issues with these guys and trying to shove them down into each other. So this one I had issues putting together. You can see the spaces in there that I just could not get them to shove down correctly. Which I can go through and try to work it out, but for now he's just sitting in a few pieces. His horns are in a bag, his head is in the 2 pieces, and his body is in a piece. But like that part of the head just does not want to stick to that part of the head. I thought maybe I should just glue them together if I wanted to, or use them as a candy dish, huh? So I guess his body isn't quite in one piece. His tail is off, but again, you can see where the body here doesn't want to snap together correctly. But there's the body for the bigger one, where the head attaches. So, and yes, he is very dusty because he's right by my birds. That's what you get with a dusty parrot. And I'm allergic to dust. So hey, all fun, right? But yeah, this just is too tall with the head on it, especially to fit on my shelf. So right now it's just sitting in front of the bird cage. And then you can see how this one, there's no layer under it. So it slots in here, but there's nothing to keep it from sliding up or down. So some of them slot together tighter and some of them are looser. So that's the way the ones that slot together. But once you get a whole row of them, they are really hard to shift sometimes. But because they are hollow as well, sometimes you accidentally shove this one down a layer when you're trying to push something on the top of it. So you'll also have an issue where you'll push this down into the bottom layer and then you'll have a hole here because it was supposed to actually be this layer, but it'll go down to be that layer. So they have a few issues, but overall I like them. Come here. Come here, little brat. And I was telling you guys about this little brat. This little rat and his evil beak. See that? He's so sweet, ain't he? So sweet. Such a loving bird. Loves me so much, doesn't he? I cannot feed him or water him without him trying to eat me. I am food. I am food of bird. So I am so happy he doesn't have a parrot's beak, because that would so make me bleed. That was a parrot's beak instead of a pigeon's beak. So yeah, he's doing well. He is doing well. He has a few toys in his cage, a little barbell, a little cat bell, one of those cat balls with the bell in it and stuff like that. So he has little toys he likes to throw around in his cage and stuff like that to occupy him. And see, now that's getting sore. Look at that. That does hurt. It is getting sore. So ain't he a sweet baby? Ain't he a sweet boy? Ow. But like I said, he's doing a lot better. Hang on. I'm gonna flip you over. See? You got like a little bit of a breastbone right here, but just a slight bit of breastbone, so he's a good weight now. He used to have like a huge breastbone where my fingers would just like sink completely. Still has his bad eye over here and his good eye over there. You can see how the skull is indented over here. The vet said that's just going to stay like that because he actually did crush some of the skull in here. But There's the good eye. So, fun little evil baby blue checkered. Although he's not a baby. I'm pretty sure he's actually an adult. And just a meanie. Just a little grump. Just a little grump. So anyway. Oh, stop. My one dog would kill him if she got him. She thinks she's a hunter. She loves killing small animals. So, she's going crazy wanting to get to him. But, hopefully you guys enjoyed the weird random chat and then me going completely brainless and the little evil meanie here. You guys don't mind that I decided not to cut the video because I am honestly just going to upload this for you guys and you guys can have fun and watch it if you want to watch it or not watch it if you don't want to watch it. Yes, you're trying to kill me, aren't you? Like I said, lucky it's a pigeon, right? Could you imagine if the parrot was trying to do that? So, hopefully you guys have a nice day, night, or morning. Hopefully your day, night, morning continues to go well, and I will have more for you. Hopefully I will get the videos filmed that I want to get filmed for you guys and get those uploaded, because I need to do that. Come on. So, with that, bye-bye, guys. Yeah, say bye-bye, guys.